everybody, SpaceWIndu here from the FX-Sabers Forums, the Rebel Armory, and the Custom Saber Shop Forums. I want to show you a Neopixel blade that I made for Michael. He's over at FX-Sabers, he's Master YODA. He creates these incredible Graflex lightsabers. Anyone interested in the most accurate Graflex lightsaber available that you've ever seen with the most intricate chassis, you can head on over to FX-Sabers and check out Master YODA's incredible creations over there. This is one of those, and this is a blade for Master YODA. This is the RGB style Neopixel blade. So this one has over 230 LEDs that run up the blade here. This is a component strip blade, and there's two sides, each with about 115 LEDs, and they're all RGB and they're all pixels. So this produces millions of colors and has a lot of parts from the Custom Saber Shop. It's got the Custom Saber Shop parabolic blade tip, which makes it look extra even, and the blade looks super even because I've got 4 layers of clear diffusion around the pixel strips, and I also have a tube of Makoto foam, and go through some of the colors here. This is just a color set that I made up for the Graflex that Master YODA made for me. This represents a lot of the colors of the rainbow, but there's only about 14 that are stored in this prism by Plector Labs that I have set up. So as you can see, I kind of have a lean toward a lot of the blues and stuff, and then I've got some samplings of some of the other colors, and then back to the yellow that we started with. So this one has the Plector Pixel connector. It's a universal connector available at the Custom Saber Shop. Any of you guys using the Profi board or the Igniter by NEC or any of the Plector Labs boards and you want to use Neopixel, this is a great solution to use the pogo pins in your hilt and the universal connector on one side, on the blade side. Makes it really easy for you on the go to put your blade in and out. The blades look really, really even. This one, along with another type of blade, are going to be headed to Michael, and the next blade that I'm going to show you is not RGB. It's not red, green, blue like this one that produces all those colors that I just showed you plus a million more. But the next one I'm going to show you is a blue tube instead of this trans white tube from the Custom Saber Shop. It's going to be a blue day blade from the Custom Saber Shop because inside are instead of RGB, we have white, warm white, and amber. Okay, and that's for this blade right here. Now there's no parabolic blade tip available for the blue day blade, so I drilled out the bullet blade tip from the Custom Saber Shop to include some of the strip LEDs that are inside of here. And unlike this blade here, that is RGB. It's got the 1-inch trans white tube. This one contains the skinny strip LEDs. They're on a thinner PCB than normal Neopixel LEDs. So it actually allows for less shadows, a more lightweight blade. And this is the type of blade that Michael and I like to use. It's very lightweight, feels like a lightsaber. He always asks for 32-inch long blades, which spin really, really nicely and work well with the Graflex. So that's what this one is here. For the blue blade, I'm going to show you in a minute once I swap SD cards, because I want to show you a different color set than what's in this RGB. So this RGB, you have the color set to certain colors that I showed you, and in this blue blade, it's going to be like, you know, I'm trying to make a white core that comes out of, you know, everybody wants the white core. Everybody that has a prop lightsaber wishes for a white core. So this is kind of an experimental thing that I'm going to send to Michael. Master Yoda is going to see how he likes it. So I'm going to set up some colors which are going to work very well, which are going to be dialed in for the cool white, the warm white, and the amber strips that are in this blue blade here. It's going to work the same way. It's got the universal connector, and once I swap SD cards, I'm going to have it tuned up to work really, really nicely with the new set of cool white, warm white, and amber, and hopefully some cool effects come out of here. And I showed this once before, but that was more of a tester, and that one, actually my friend Tim has that one. We went over to his house last year and we gave that to him, and this one here is the prototype for Michael to test out, and I'm going to show you how it looks right now. Okay, I'm back. I've changed the SD card so that this lightsaber now has the functions that will better support the blue blade here. So let me show you what that looks like. So this blade has mostly the white LEDs showed right now. So this is just the cool white LEDs on, whereas this blade actually has, let me just get it on mute right here. So this blade actually has cool white, warm white, amber. Right now it's just the cool white that's turned on. So it's a really, really awesome looking blade. It looks just like a lightsaber. It's super bright. It's really well diffused in here, even though this is actually made from the thicker strips, because the white, warm white, amber is not made in the thin strips. Okay, so these are cool white, warm white, amber, but it's on a white PCB, and it's a little thicker than the thin strips that I normally like to use. So what I do is I cut off some of the side of it. It's not all necessary there, so you can cut off some of the side that doesn't have the resistor on it, and what happens is it becomes a little thinner, maybe about 10 millimeters, but still not down to the thin strips at 7 millimeters. So this blade is not as lightweight as the RGB blade that I showed you a second ago. Okay, and but it's still pretty light. It's just, I feel like on these you can tell that it's a component blade, where on the thin strip RGB ones that I make you cannot tell. This one still has the Makoto foam. It's made to the same standard. It has the 4 layers of heat shrink. Actually, I think this one has 3 layers because of the thickness of the strips. There's maybe only room for 3 layers here. It's a drilled out blade tip. And let me show you guys how it looks when I change the colors. So I just added a little more warm, well, there was no warm white on before, and now there's warm white. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but I just added a little more warm white. So overall, there's just more white LEDs on right here. There's no amber LEDs. Now, when I hit the flash on clash button, the auxiliary button, you'll see that I activate the yellow. It's more apparent on some of the shades than others. Cycle through this. This is an even brighter blade because more warm white's added. I probably lowered the cool white a little bit and brought the warm white up to the same level as the cool white on this blade, and then when I hit auxiliary button, the super blazing white flash on flash. This it's just another shade. This is where you can like fine tune the lightsaber. This is the cool thing about having this, like, it's an almost single color blade, which is changing the just changing the tone ever so slightly. Now, this is a more warm white blade, and as you can see, since the blade tube is blue, the color that it's making, I'm trying to do a white core with a blue aura. So the warm white is changing that a little bit. It's taking away some of the blue aura and just replacing it with more white, kind of like the rotoscoping on the original film, Star Wars 1977. That's what I think this looks like when more warm white is introduced. And for the flash here, I have it more cool white. So on some of the color config, it's more cool white blade, which shows more of the blue of the blade tube and more of a yellow flash. But on this setting that I tuned to, we have more of a warm white blade and a cool white flash. I'm tuning in again. This is kind of like I'm going through the colors, but the color choices that I tuned for Michael here are a little different because of this setup. We're back to a blade that looks more like a blue aura. A little bit of different tone there, if you can pick that up. Now this one's a little dimmer, set to be more of a power save. I don't know if you can tell. If you want to play with your lightsaber a little longer, I have some settings here for Michael to try out that is like you can have the lightsaber work for a little longer. There's a more of a warm white LEDs and cool white flash. Cycling through some more. Bluer blade, this one's really nice. And we're back to the original color that I started when I started showing you this blue blade. So I hope you guys like this. Michael, I hope you like the way that this is set up. It's kind of experimental, it's kind of a prototype, but you'll let me know what you think. I really like the way that this looks like an ice blue. You know, you could let me know which tone you like better. I like more the cool white LEDs with the yellow flash. Alright, thanks guys for checking out this video. Go to FX-Sabers, sign up there, it's free. Check out what Michael has to offer on these Graflex lightsabers. These lightsabers are famous, they are like the best in the world. You guys have to check these out over at FX-Sabers. And go sign up at the other forums as well. And you could also check out my blades on FX-Sabers. I'm XR Coon on there. As I said at the beginning of the video, you can go to the mining colony and check out my section, SpaceWIndu section of the mining colony. Check out what blades I have. You can go to civilizedsabers.com and check out the different blade options as well.